In this episode, the Thai elephant walks out of its borders once again. So guys, join me this episode as I start my new partnership and pass through the gates of victory. Day 58, New Beginnings. This was my second day with the European coalition, and to be honest, I was surprised how many assets they had in Asia to combat Indonesia. Which means I dodged a bullet, but it wasn't time to wait. I wanted to start expanding as soon as possible. My first target was to take over Afghanistan-controlled India, which, if you remember, we fought for and got brutally defeated in episode 3. Thankfully, with the collapse of Afghanistan's government and the structure of his military, pretty much meant that India was free to take. So progress on India was incredibly fast. My other target was Australia, a former ally whose government collapsed. I already captured his northern city and was bombarding Perth. I needed to establish my air force in Australia instead of flying my aircraft out from Indonesia, which hurt my ability to launch attacks further from Derby. All this expansion had significantly improved my economy, which allowed me to upgrade, modernize, and mobilize my military and my infrastructure, something I hadn't been able to do at scale for a long time. Day 59. By the following day, I had completely captured India, so my focus was purely on Australia. I was beginning to make progress in Australia as my focus shifted towards it. This was no longer a war to be won, but now a race between my coalition to victory, and I needed to get as much points as I could. Day 60, First Strike. I ordered my troops to march out of the northern cities of Australia in order to capture the central parts of the country and make a march towards the capital. But while this was happening, I had my generals wargame an alternative plan. Progress on Australia was going slower than I wanted. But despite being inactive, he had a very strong military that was very well equipped for his territory. It was taking too long for my strike fighters and my navy to soften his defenses. So, it was on this day that I deployed the big red button. Despite saying it was purely for self-defense purposes only, during the late hours of day 50, I ordered a nuclear strike on the most well-defended city in Australia, Sydney. The weapon was a tactical nuclear weapon, and a few moments later, the missile successfully struck its target. The impact caused massive damage, but thankfully didn't destroy the city. Day 61. The following day, the capture of Northern Australia was complete, as more of my troops landed over the night from Asia. Day 61 saw me expand my air campaign against the ground forces of Australia, and saw me employ my cruise missiles a lot more. This day became a balancing act of managing my air, ground, and naval forces simultaneously to secure as much territory as fast as possible. Given the rate at which my coalition was growing, the clock was going to strike victory tomorrow, and I wanted as much action as I could get. Day 62. Day 62 was V-Day for my coalition. The war was over, and our coalition, the European coalition, came out on top as victorious. We combined had captured all of Europe, Asia, a large part of Northern Africa, South America, and the Oceanic regions. I had successfully fulfilled my campaign promise to my people to safely navigate this beautiful nation through World War III without compromising on peace, security, and stability of our borders. The people of my government, armed forces, and myself successfully managed to do this. But before we conclude this game, I want to take time to thank all of the players that participated in this long game. To my fallen allies and to my current allies, this game has been a journey, and to all my viewers, thank you for watching this video till the end. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to the channel, and you are a true soldier.